Go ahead.
Good evening. This is Burning Books, episode 11.
Yay.
You somehow manage to sound less excited every time, and I commend you for that.
It takes talent.
I mean, you started off with not very, nowhere to go, and yet you dig deep. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's taken years of practice to get really good at my not giving a fuck.
Years of hard-won disappointment.
Yeah. Yep. Hard-won disappointment.
Well, you're about to be even more disappointed because I'm starting off with The Riddle of the Sands.
That's some intense torso right there.
In this rollicking page-turner, Professor Fathom's team of handsome adventurers...
Wait, stop. I already have problems with this sentence.
Team of handsome adventurers.
Professor Fathom's team of handsome
laughing.
adventurers.
I should turn this down. Hang on a minute.
Go searching for the
You know what?
legendary...
I'm just gonna make this loud, so if Autumn is talking and she's laughing, you at least know why.
Oh yeah, go for it.
good
Special
week.
guest Autumn.
Special guest Autumn
Dante's
and
still
not
here,
Dante
so-
this time.
Searching for the legendary Riddle of the Sands, leading to a globe-trotting expedition full of non-stop action, ancient mysteries, and unbridled sensuality.
Of course, because they're all
She might
handsome.
be
Yes,
losing
I'm
her
sure it's
mind.
non-stop action.
Waggles
sort
the
of
eyebrows.
I like the conveniently located tower or whatever the hell it is in the middle between his legs.
No, you're absolutely right. I was so distracted by the camel that I completely missed the imagery there with the tower, and now I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I missed it too because I thought it was just a gap in his legs.
Yeah, I thought he had a thigh gap.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect when you're a liar.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
The
legit.
highs and lows of one woman's off-the-wall existence comes to life in the side-splitting New York Times best-selling collection of essays.
But is it side splitting?
I already lost interest because it's a collection of essays. That sounds
I like the fact
Terribly
that
boring.
plants are on
Right,
fire.
yeah. Ha ha.
I
Liar,
wonder if
liar.
there's-
Plants for hire.
It's pants on fire, Patrick. Liar.
Well, you would know.
We're awful.
True fact, one time Toby and I were doing that exchange, and my dad yelled at us because a liar is apparently the worst thing you can call
Okay.
a person.
No.
Dad was not okay with it. Like, we were like, it's from SpongeBob, and he's like, I don't care what it's from. You don't call people liars. And I was like, Jesus, Dad.
Yeah, wow. Your dad got intense.
Right? Like, it was the only time he ever took something seriously, and it was a SpongeBob quote.
Of
The
course.
fuck.
Of course.
Christopher Moore is back with Fool.
Oh, I thought that was Full, not Fool.
This New York Times best-selling twist on Shakespeare will have you howling with laughter. King Jester's Pocket... Oh,
What?
like Pocket, capital P, that is the name. King's Jester Pocket
Oh,
confronts
okay.
court intrigue, danger, and romance in... The rest of that is a quote.
I like the best-selling author of
Alright.
Lamb and Bite Me.
This was the fellow who had baby death before.
No.
Oh, yeah, baby
Author,
death.
the
Baby
last
death.
book was.
Ooh. Self-Inflicted Wounds by my girl Aisha Tyler.
Oh, hey.
The voice of Lana Kane on Archer.
looks like Lana.
Today's theme is New York Times bestsellers because
Apparently, yeah.
in this New York Times bestselling memoir, a comedian, actress, and co-host of CBS's The Talk shares her most crushing tales of personal humiliation and the life-affirming insights she gained along the way. She's very funny and she does a great job in pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this book is probably really good, and I really liked Tina Fey's Bossy Pants and Amy Poehler's Yes Please, and this is kind of in that same vein. The fact that it's entirely like a list of embarrassments makes me kind of upset because those kind of stories are hard to sit through for me.
Yeah.
But this is on my radar. I like Aisha Tyler.
We have nothing bad to say about that,
For once.
right?
The Right Side of History. Drawing from extensive research and first-person accounts, this fascinating history chronicles the fight for LGBT rights over the past century.
Shouldn't that be the left side of history?
Go home and think about what you've done.
So, what does
No.
LGBTQI stand for?
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual.
She didn't mention the A, just the QI.
Yeah, it's just
Might
a keyword.
We like to yeah. That actual LGBT goes on for like another 12 letters, so.
I always end up tacking on the A, which is why I just sort of like rattled it off there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what to say about this. I'm like, that kind of doesn't sound too bad, but it also sounds boring.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably Wikipedia it.
Or Autostraddle, TBH, because they're basically like BuzzFeed for lesbians.
Yeah.
That's where I get all my like queer history, actually. It's all like 20 authors you didn't know were gay, and I'm like, yes, please.
Right? Yeah.
Next is blackmail, my love.
Oh, well, I guess it's better than any other color mail.
Josie O'Connor heads to San Francisco to find her brother who disappeared while trying to take down a blackmail ring targeting gay and lesbian citizens. Along the way, she'll discover a new side of the city and to get to know a sexy singer and a fiery madam.
I have nothing to say about that, too.
This is gonna be a short episode. I don't...
Yeah,
No.
I don't like.
Yeah, but this is a legitimate story.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased. Got a reason to exist, but it's also got the whole, like, side romance thing.
Right, yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I have nothing negative to say about that.
We can't snark this. Like, what happened? Aisha Tyler, what have you done? The More You Ignore Me. With her schizophrenic mom in and out of the mental hospital, Alice is doing her best to keep her life together, and her obsession with a certain singer just might help her through it all.
Oh, gross.
This one's humor? Most of these have been humor, actually. The ones that haven't been tagged LGBT have been humor.
Singer?
Yeah, I don't...
Is it humor and a singer?
I
You know what? If it's not Weird Al, then I don't give a shit.
We need to write a book called Weird Al Saved My Life, TBH.
Again, it has to have TBH in it too.
Yeah, the TBH is in there. It's part of the title.
Weird Al saved my life, TBH.
And we'll offer it for like no money.
Yeah, we just won't. And then Weird Al will write a song about it. It'll be great.
Can I just tell you that, like, even since I was a wee lad, I kind of measured success by whether Weird Al made fun of you. Like, I was like, one day I will be so important that Weird Al will have something to say about me, and if he writes a song about me, I will be like, I will count myself like a blessed individual.
Right, yeah, totes.
Like, how do you get that famous? How do you get that important that Weird Al notices you? Senpai noticed me.
Weird Al notices me. Weird Al is senpai. What have we come to?
I'm just gonna... This is a call for, like, Weird Al fan art, like, senpai anime style fan art. So, if anybody listening,
All two of you.
Amazon Kindling at gmail.com.
We're specifically requesting it.
Me and Weird Al ship art, I don't care.
Except that nobody knows what you look like, Kenya.
Fine, I'll put a picture up of me.
Alright.
I'm just gonna look through all my selfies. There are several thousand. Yes, here's one. Actual picture of me, very rare. Anyway, next book. Book of Ages. Notable book chronicles the extraordinary life of Jane Franklin, who suffered hardship while her brother Benjamin Franklin rose to fame. That fucking asshole.
Shock? You mean a woman in that time suffered hardship while her brother didn't give a fuck? Excuse me. I'm gonna put on my surprised face. That's my surprised face.
You did something different with your hair.
Yeah, I didn't wash it.
Drinking closer to home. When their mother suffers a debilitating heart attack, 3 adult siblings return home and must confront their past.
I'm glad that they're adults since they're drinking. Careful, that's on fire.
It's on fire?
Wait, if something's on fire, are you literally burning the books, Katie?
No. I would never.
It's a metaphor, Katie, and plus, that's rude. We throw books we don't like into the ocean.
Right, I forgot about that.
Midnight Riot.
That's the best time to have a riot.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. You know, because then you're not too tired. It's not like 3 a.m. You know, everybody's kind of thinking clearly.
Let's start a riot.
A riot?
Yeah.
Let's start a riot. I don't think there are any other lyrics, so I
I don't
can't
think
continue.
so either. I'm like next lyric.
As a wave of bizarre murders strikes London, Constable Peter Grant is plunged into a hair-raising new world of gods, magic, and ancient evil.
No, I didn't expect that to go there.
Charlene Harris loved it.
Of course she did.
That's the True Blood lady, is it not?
I don't know.
I'm like 98.7% sure. Balancing act. Rita and Dory are both trying to change their lives for the better, but it's easier said than done. Can they leave the past behind and learn to love again?
That's a good question. Can they?
Probably. It's women's fiction and contemporary romance, so
Then
yes.
yes, definitely.
How much would you give for love? How
I
much
don't know,
what?
like about 50 cents?
I was thinking more of a nickel.
I mean, that's the going rate, right?
I'm very thrifty. I'm getting secondhand love, TBH. Like I'm going to the thrift store. I'm going to half price love.
Yeah.
You know. Triple threat box set.
Triple threat box set. I don't like that alliteration. I don't like. Is that alliteration?
That's rhyme. Well,
Rhyme.
triple and threat technically are
Triple
the same.
threat. This with yeah.
In this adrenaline charged trio,
Get your nose away from there. Sorry.
FBI agent Lucy Gardino risks her life to take
Guadalupe?
Pittsburgh's. No, it's Gardino. Risks her life to take
Gardino.
Pittsburgh's worst criminals off the streets.
Pittsburgh's worst criminals. Have you ever been to Pittsburgh?
Maybe once or twice.
I mean,
I'm
I've been to
not sure.
Pittsburgh once or twice.
Pittsburgh's worst criminals.
Right?
Well, you know, they're all those people who have.
Oh no! Don't even start!
And-
Don't even start!
and-
Don't start! Shush! Shush! You're not
From-
allowed to talk anymore. Be quiet.
Split second.
You fucking listen to me.
Water's under her breath.
When physicist Nathan discovers a new method
Is
of
it
time
Nathan
travel.
Action?
No, it's not Nathan Active.
Oh, actually,
He discovers
action.
He discovers a new method of time travel. The old one was just so
I was
passé.
gonna say the old one wasn't good enough. I guess.
His invention could change the world or
Well,
get him killed.
You know, maybe because it's fucking time travel.
It's new time travel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why so many bestsellers?
That
Who cares?
must be the theme for today. We're just getting a whole lot of bestsellers. A lot of them. Also, not all bestsellers are bad. I mean, they're bestsellers for a reason.
And of course, everybody can say they're a bestseller because everyone has a different book list. Next is The Nakeds.
Wow. Woohoo! Somebody's happy about that.
Welcome back, Sarah. After a hit-and-run accident, the lives of victim Hannah and driver Martin veer down unexpected paths.
Jesus Christ, that has nothing to do with being naked.
No, it doesn't, and I don't appreciate the weird, almost puns.
Wait, where?
The whole, like, veering down unexpected paths. I'm like, oh,
okay.
kind of like somebody who crashes into things.
So it's a picture with it looks like the cover torn off to show somebody naked underneath with something the black and white picture on top and then roses on top of the black and white picture.
Yes, so there's, like, naked people on Machu Picchu down there. And then what looks like suggestively folded fabric or perhaps rose petals.
I think those are roses.
The Love We Share Without Knowing. Oh, it's a book about me and Brian.
Anyway.
This beautiful enchanted book follows several interconnected lives in Japan, from a young man who is seen by a blind stranger to an American struggling to fit in.
Wait. Is what by a blind stranger?
He is seen by a blind stranger.
Excuse me, what?
I mean, I could keep saying the same words, but they're not going to help you.
Somebody
Maybe it means...
needs to re-understand the definition of blind, I think.
Well, I mean, not all blind people are 100% like blind, but
Oh.
maybe they mean like recognized or like...
Or maybe they mean seeing as in like they're seeing each other.
Yeah, as in like understood or legitimized or something. Vindicated.
All right. Okay, fine.
Daddy's girl. Accused of murder, law professor Natalie Grieco goes on the run to solve the enigma of a dead man's last words and to save her own life.
What does that have to do with Daddy's girl, though?
I don't know. Maybe the dead man is her father?
Or is her father?
Or her dom, whichever.
Oh. No, I heard daughter at first. That's why I wanted to double check what you were actually saying.
No, I said father.
Okay.
Flat lake in winter.
You know, when is the lake not flat?
When it's big enough to be affected by the curvature of the Earth? That's a bullshit answer. I have no
The Earth
idea.
is flat, Tanya. The Earth is flat. I'm sorry.
So then all the lakes are flat. While trying to clear the name of a mentally handicapped man accused of murdering his wealthy grandparents, defense lawyer
Oh.
Matt Fielder uncovers a host of dark family secrets.
Well, I guess it's better than light family secrets.
Do secrets come in other colors?
Green.
So green and dark.
Yeah.
You either have dark family secrets or they're green. What shade of green is that? Like neon?
Envy.
Oh,
Envy is also a shade, by the way.
you said it and it completely like popped into my mind. So yes,
Yeah.
like I've seen that color.
Yep.
Warrior mage.
Ooh. I bet he's a warrior mage.
That one looks pretty on the front.
In a mighty empire threatened by endless warfare, a young wizard in training goes on a death-defying quest to save millions of lives. Magic, romance, and action combine in this breathtaking epic fantasy.
Nobody's surprised by any of those things happening.
Right? I do appreciate this cover a lot. There's a lot going on. It's pretty to look at.
Yeah.
I kind of appreciate that I'm not seeing another white person on the front of a fantasy like TBH.
Right.
That one is 99 cents, so it doesn't quite meet our standards.
Of free. Free or get the fuck out.
Next is Nothing Personal. A serial killer is picking off hospital
Okay.
staffers one by one, and Nurse Kate Mannion is going to catch him or die trying.
That sounds almost cozy.
Except it's really serious.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Nora Roberts said something about it. I like this. It's bad enough if you're a trauma nurse suspected of murdering your superiors. It's worse if you really wanted them dead anyway.
Oh, holy shit, that's dark.
Yeah.
And literally, that couple of words gave us more to go on than the description here.
Yeah.
Because it's like, she's going to catch the killer, but it's like, oh, no, she's got a dark side.
Yep.
What does Nora Roberts write? I thought she did chick flicks.
Actually, I'm not sure. I think she does crime.
The games.
That's a crazy A.
Yeah, we got some DNA helix
DNA?
A's over here. Yes.
Ha!
You know what? I'm just gonna go home.
The disappointed sigh was worth it.
A brilliant scientist races to stop a deadly genetically engineered gladiator before it wreaks havoc on the world.
What?
Not what I thought would happen.
I like Katie's reaction better. The laugh to the what?
There was a line break too, so I'm like, deadly genetically engineered. So I thought the next thing I was gonna say was disease. So I like surprised myself with the noun that I said.
He's a gladiator.
Yes, and they use it as the pronoun
Oh.
before it wreaks havoc on the world.
All right, now I'm slightly confused.
So
Is
it's
confused
some
normal?
sort of,
Should I be confused?
so it must be a creature.
Maybe it's a robot.
Oh, possible. But then why would it have genetics?
Maybe it's a cyborg.
Cyborgs. Cyborgs! Yes.
You're Professor Farnsworth?
Everything is better with cyborgs. That is a true fact. You don't even have to Wikipedia that.
Yes, because I go to Wikipedia for my true facts.
Where else can
Good
you go?
news, everyone.
Sarah just got the joke.
No, I've been waiting for that.
Also, no, I'm Professor Fathom, thank you. Me and my handsome adventurers will take our shit elsewhere.
Good.
The original Dark Space trilogy.
Whoop.
With the Scythians determined to annihilate humankind, the galaxy's sole survivors are forced into hiding. Can pilot and ex-con Ethan Ortain save the human race?
Oh, I hope so.
I'm one of those. I have a vested interest in this.
Yeah, same.
Oh, but that first one says humanity is defeated, ... So sounds like he
Well,
fucks up in
nope.
the first one.
Good job, what's your face?
Preacher's bloodbath. When Preacher looks into a string of horrific murders and disappearances in the Rockies, the fearless frontiersman heads toward a showdown with a secret cult.
Oh. Also, that guy's name is Preacher.
Yes. We've had these authors before, I think. This must be a series.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like one.
They kind of expect you to know who Preacher is because they don't really. Well, no, the Fearless Frontiersman. They tell you who he is.
Sort of.
It does, yeah, it feels like I should have a basis for this. Like, I
Right,
should know
yeah.
who that is.
Like, we should already know who that is.
Also, for some reason, and I don't know, I never really, like, look at the covers, I just kind of glance at them. So I thought this one had a bear on the front, but there's not a bear.
Oh.
There's a shooting guy and a horse and a guy with a pickaxe or maybe an umbrella. I'm gonna I'm gonna assume it's not an
It's
umbrella.
probably the pickaxe, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, no, I just made it bigger. It is a guy wearing a headdress holding a war axe.
I like umbrella better.
Yeah, that's an umbrella.
Headcanon accepted.
A man with an umbrella sneaking up on a bear.
Yes.
What I'm seeing here.
Yep.
I feel like these should be like a Rorschach test. Except instead of ink blots, there's just actual like photorealistic pictures of things, and I'm like, this is a mongoose.
Chasing a watermelon. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. The doctor is like, interesting, and it's really just a picture of like a cookie.
Yeah, it's just a cookie.
Cursed Complete Edition.
That's very purple.
Perdita meets the boy of her dreams,
Of course.
only to uncover a world of spirits and
blah
monsters.
blah 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 YA bullshit. My headache is still here.
It is an asshole.
Well, I did a little bit of research on it, and I'm like, okay, how long should a headache last before you go and see a doctor? And they're like, well, if it's just a headache, it can go on forever.
Oh.
But if it's bonus other stuff like nausea or dizziness or whatever, that's when you're supposed to go and see a doctor because it probably means something else.
Well, I mean, you could probably see a doctor and just be like, well, and also I'm a bitch. Does that count? Is that a
I
symptom?
kind of don't think it does.
Next book, Little Green.
Well, it's better than a little blue.
Maybe it's one of those secrets, though it's not quite the right shade. After surviving a near-death experience, iconic PI Easy Rawlins tracks a missing person to the dark underbelly of Los Angeles. That is the southernest name I've ever heard.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, if they were in Alabama or something.
Right, I'm like, that is a very... Maybe that's where they're from and they just go...
Yeah, maybe.
The Landing. In an alternate reality, the Vikings, not Christopher Columbus, settle North America, like they actually didn't in
I was
real
going to
life.
say they did
What?
in real life.
Join Norse adventurer Eskil as he leads his people to create the great United States of Vinland. An intriguing what if.
Except.
Remember that time they actually did.
Yeah. Want to buy more authors that actually know history.
Or like,
If you're going to do an alternate
Wikipedia.
history, right? If you're going to do an alternate history, at least know the regular history. I mean, that would be nice.
TBH. I mean, I get what it's saying. Like, it means that, like, what if they had become the dominant culture or whatever.
Except that is not what it says.
No, it's like, well, the Vikings settled it, not like the fifth guy to show up.
Right? Not that last guy that showed up.
It'd be like...
The guy that
saying,
we didn't even name it after this guy, not that guy.
Right. It'd be like saying, in this alternate universe, America was named after Amerigo Vespucci and not some other guy.
Right? Fuck.
In an alternate universe,
In an alternate universe.
Earth is the third planet from the sun. Crooked River. After their mother's sudden death, Sam and Ollie moved to rural Oregon with their dad, Bear.
Bear.
They're all expecting a quiet life until Bear is arrested for the murder of a young woman.
Oh.
With their father in custody, it's up to Sam and Ollie to clear his name and save their family.
That's almost cozy.
But it's
Neither
literary
come out of
fiction,
bookshop, do they?
so it's gonna be... No.
Okay.
No, and judging from the cover, they are young. Like, kids.
Oh.
Girls.
Huh, interesting.
And it's literary fiction, so it's going to be sad, and there's like a decent chance that he actually did it.
Or he gets, like, killed for it regardless.
Right, somebody's gonna die.
Yeah.
Waywalkers, tangled paths. Unable to shift into dragon form like the rest of his people, Jathan is denied
Okay.
his rightful throne. Desperate to
Jason?
find a place, Jathan.
Yes, Jathan.
Okay.
Desperate to find a place where he feels accepted, Jathan sets out to seek his destiny in this epic tale of honor and self-discovery.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen this cover before. This was one of the puzzles in The Seventh Guest. I'm starting to have flashbacks.
Yeah, I actually can't really be mad about this story because it sounds fairly high fantasy typical. Kenya,
Yes.
that's enough.
The Cure.
Ooh, are those tentacles?
Either that or a very swooshy tail, but I think
Those are
I'm gonna go with
tentacles.
tentacles because there's like ridges and bumps.
Yeah.
Leah DeGarmo can cure with her touch, but when a sadistic
Tentacles.
criminal attempts to use her and murders the man
Tentacles.
she loves, Leah acquires the ability to kill.
With
Will her
tentacles.
thirst for revenge drag her to the dark side?
And also tentacles.
That is what's important here.
Yes.
It's 99 cents worth of tentacles. I want everyone to have tentacles, TBH. Can we get some tentacles up in here? Science. Is that too much to ask? The organ takers. Ah, they took my freaking kidneys. After a terrible
Aw.
mistake, Surgeon David McBride is forced into a dangerous organ harvesting operation.
Eh.
Can he break free before he loses everything, including his humanity?
Eh.
I want to compare this to American Mary, but I don't remember what happened.
I was just thinking about that movie.
Other than
I was literally just thinking about that today.
I
I was like,
I just
man,
remember what
I
happened.
missed that movie. Like,
Still on Netflix?
I don't know, but now I'm gonna watch it again.
Good Fences.
Opposed to bad fences.
I was gonna make a Donald Trump joke, but it's a wall, not a fence.
Yeah.
After the death of his wife, Brian wants something. Excuse me? Excuse me,
Oh my
wife?
god.
Who you wifing, Brian?
He's been married before. Ken.
She died for a reason.
Silence. I heard nothing.
After the death of his wife, Brian wants nothing more than to tend his farm and avoid his awful neighbors. But when the entire nation falls under attack, Brian will need to band together with the very people who ruined his life if he hopes to survive. You just say the word Brian, I'll fucking kick their ass.
Anyway,
Nobody messes
so,
with me, Brian.
under attack from what, I wonder?
Some bitches who are threatening my babe.
So the next book is about what?
If you're lucky. After George's brother Lucky dies, his friend Finn.
A moment of silence for Lucky.
Right, because then I'm like, if you're lucky, oh, but you won't be because he's dead.
Right? Shit.
After George's brother Lucky dies, his friend Finn starts taking over Lucky's life. Holy shit. Everyone
Ooh,
loves
that's
Finn,
scary.
but Georgia is determined to prove he was involved in Lucky's death no matter
Oh
the cause.
god damn.
I don't like this.
Yeah. Nope. That's no.
That's like a lot of levels of creepy.
Yeah.
This is teen and
It's
young
like
adult. This is for kids.
creepier than
Just like Tricks.
Kenya's stalking of Brian creepy. It's young adult, you said?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That's what the tags say, and I'm pretty sure I can read. I didn't have too much booze today. Today's theme is I don't know what to say about that.
Yep.
The lake. Peggy Casey spends her days caring for her family's pub. But when a decades-old corpse is found at the
I
edge
thought
of
you
a
said pug.
But when a decades-old corpse is found at the edge of a lake, the ensuing investigation stirs up the sleepy town of Crum,
It's a weird name for a town, but okay.
with 2 M's.
Is it Krumm?
No, with a C, so it's not quite the Real Monsters. I wanted it to be. I've heard this pronounced Frey and Fry, and I'm not sure which one I want it to be.
I like Frey because it makes me think of Freya.
Okay. After her mother's death, Frey is sent to live in a small village and is soon accused of practicing dark magic.
Of course she
While
is.
on the run with a ragtag gang of strangers, she discovers powers she never knew she had.
Spoiler alert, actual dark magic.
This one's free.
That's kind of funny. Like, I'm not practicing dark magic. Fuck you guys. I'm leaving this place. Oh shit.
Oh shit, what am I gonna do with all this magic?
Great.
Next is Salty Sky. A gripping ocean adventure for fans of I don't care about these people. When retired DEA pilot Cale Coleman clashes with a that was hard to say.
Cale Coleman.
Cale Coleman clashes with a dangerous
Cale Coleman
kingpin,
clashes. Good God Almighty.
right? He'll have to fight to keep his head above water. Oh, because it's an ocean adventure.
Yeah, get it? I got it.
Oh, because I'm an idiot. And
Yeah.
oh, because of the chlamydia. Archer references all day.
Oh.
Cans, croissants, and
Ooh.
caskets.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
It's Bastille Day in Paris. I freaking
Of course
love
it
that band.
is.
And the Happy Hoofers are ready to perform the can
What?
until murder seizes the spotlight.
Ugh.
5 dancing sleuths hunt for a crafty killer in this
Oh,
entertaining
Lord
mystery.
Almighty. We've got 5 of them this time around.
Yeah, 5, and they're all
5
dancers.
dancing sleuths.
They all break this dog together. The Zoe Myers series, books 1 through 3. Zoe Myers' life was ordinary until she met the new guy. Now she's wrapped up in a world of werewolves and vampires, and she may be the only one who can protect her friends. She may be in the most generic book I've ever heard of. 18 thoughts.
Only 18?
Yep, that's all we had time for.
Oh, okay.
Olga wants to have a normal senior year of high school, but with a new alluring classmate who can read her mind and her best friend Connor acting strange, Olga might have to just redefine normal for good. I mean, the first thought was making me kind of sad. The first thought at the top there, you can do something in an instant that will give you heartache for life.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that is pretty sad.
That sucks, bro.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
You're having
whoever
a rough time.
had that thought clearly has some regrets. Maybe even some regrets.
Oh, regrets.
The diva runs out of time.
Oh, fuck me.
Sophie is in the throes of a culinary competition, trying to prevent her childhood rival from winning the stupendous stuffing shakedown. When
The
she
what?
stumbles across a corpse, the cherry on top, the cops think she did it. Can
Of
she
course
prove
they
her
did.
innocence and take home the blue ribbon? That's seriously still important to you?
Right?
Somebody fucking died during your thing, and you have to make sure you're cleared legally, but you still want to win.
Well, I mean, obviously there's nothing else going on
Not
in her
only
life.
are they still having the competition in the midst of a murder
Didn't
investigation.
we have this discussion about the that swimming
The
competition?
swimsuit. Yes,
Yeah.
the torso swimsuit
The
competition.
torso
where
swimsuits.
We made up that part.
Well, I mean, that's actually what happened, though.
Rings on her fingers.
Middle fingers?
Yes. I got really excited and then very disappointed because that is also the name of one of the scary stories to tell in the dark. Make that sound always. I want that to be my ringtone. Julie doesn't believe in the paranormal, but when her best friend drags her to a psychic, she stumbles into an engaging mystery featuring ghosts, family treasure,
Really?
and an intrepid journalist who might hold the key to her heart.
Aw.
It's free.
Aw.
That looks like the Disney font. with the
I was so
button.
distracted by the heart tree.
Oh, there's a heart tree, huh?
It's stained
stained
glass and
glass.
it's cool. Yeah. Skeletons in the closet.
That looks like a Dalek.
Mm.
It's not, but it looks like one.
It is, but it's just
It's
like,
an Iron Maiden, but it looks
no,
like
it
a
looks like
Dalek.
a Dalek, but it's
It's the
it's
same
a
thing.
shiny.
Dalek
Same
Maiden?
thing.
A clever, rollicking whodunit. Busy mom Maggie takes up house cleaning for some extra income, but she never expects to become the sole alibi for an eccentric neighbor charged with murder.
Huh.
Can Maggie pinpoint the killer among her clients how does she know? While keeping her own crazy family in check. Also, this is apparently
Misadventures
the
of the
laundry
laundry hag. Okay.
What does that have to do with whatever the fuck was going on here?
I guess Maggie's the laundry hag. She doesn't look very hag-like unless she is the Dalek.
Maybe she is.
Exterminate.
Some people do their laundry. Kenya.
Not me. The Road to Key West. An absorbing adventure. When Kansas and Will moved to the Florida Keys to become commercial divers, they never expected to plunge into a whirlpool of chaos, thieves, and wacky characters.
I'm upset with all the puns.
Literally, why wouldn't you expect to plunge into chaos and thieves? Like, diving is actually pretty dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually pretty cutthroat. Like, if you're one of the like treasure hunters that are going for wrecks and shit, you have to get permits and like the rights to certain wreckage and all that kind of stuff. And they are bitches. Like, they are not nice.
It's a pain in the ass.
Huge competition too. Like, people will buy shit out from under you and whatever.
Yeah, well, it's that way no matter what you're diving for. Even if you're doing something like diving for clams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not
'cause-
only that, people pay a lot for it,
Yes.
which means people that are like down on their luck will go and do it because they're like, it's a pain in the ass, but you don't have to have a degree or something to be able to dive
yeah.
and get that shit. So
There's
yeah,
a lot of money floating around there too, so of course there's
Right.
gonna be. Anyway, the point is, obviously it's gonna be dangerous. You guys didn't do your research if you didn't expect all this shit.
uh-huh.
Bone Pit. When Gina and Harry become nurses at a remote Nevada hospital, they find out a grisly medical conspiracy is lurking behind its walls.
Ooh, that's not just the regular kind of medical conspiracies. It's grisly.
Bet.
It's grisly.
Bet Golden Lamb and JJ Lamb.
That's a fancy name, Golden.
Yeah. Golden Lamb, though? Like, that's the perfect combination of names.
Golden Lamb. Those are both free, actually. Also free is Never Forgotten. When shy teen Mira moves to a tiny seaside town, she starts experiencing vivid hallucinations
Oh,
that
Jesus.
could lead to her long-lost father. Now she and her new friend Evan must discover who and what she really is. Mermaid, I'm calling it.
Yeah. It's YA, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I could tell because there's a bitch on the cover, but still. I don't know, that one doesn't sound terrible as far as YA goes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like, I've definitely heard of and or read far worse YA novels.
Next is Finding
Are you
Jake.
gonna-
Well, he's at the Jakery.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where Jake
Johnson.
is. That's where we
Mystery
keep him.
Turn off the
solved.
light in the other room.
Well, good job. We found Jake.
Look in the yellow pages under Jakeries.
Yes.
When
That's where we keep Jake's.
It's written by Brian.
Holy shit.
We've come full circle.
Brian's been using a
I mean, it's not
pseudonym
spelled
of
the
a
same, but
different
it's still
version
written by
of
Brian.
Shit. Jesus.
I also
Only one of the above people even listens to us, too.
I also just realized I said look in the yellow pages, so I'm like, explain to a child what the yellow pages are, and then use the yellow pages. as a category.
Right?
When he receives word of a shooting at his son's
You
high
can go to
school.
yellowpages.com. I mean, that's kind of the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's a place.
Yeah.
Stay-at-home father Simon rushes to the scene, only to realize his child may be responsible. Oh my god.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, snap.
That got kind of dark.
I
How much is that?
I need to sit down. It's 99 cents.
That, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in the point of view of the, like, parent of the killer thing. You know? Because
Yeah.
we never hear from them. And, like, I always feel super fucking bad for them, because it's like...
Well, yeah, you usually hear from them like way after the fact, and they're always saying he was a good boy. You know, that's
Right,
like
but
they
nobody
always
told
say
me
like he
about
was a good
it.
boy.
Yeah, everybody always says they were a good person. On a warm November day, he receives a text. There has been a shooting at the high school. Racing to the rendezvous point, Simon is forced to wait with scores of other anxious parents as one by one they are reunited with their children. The numbers dwindle, eventually leaving Simon alone. That is when he learns that Jake is the only child missing.
Oh shit! So at
As
that
his-
point, you don't know if he's a victim or what.
Yeah, as his worst nightmare unfolds, Simon's thoughts race. Where is Jake? What happened to those final moments? Jake could not have done this, or could he? Did Simon miss the signs? As rumors begin to ricochet, amplified by an invasive media and the fear swallowing their community, Simon must find answers. But there is only one way to understand what has happened. He must find Jake.
That got fucking real.
Yeah, this is going on my list.
That got very fucking real. The whole, like, someone starts a rumor because he's missing, and then the media just turns it into a
Right,
bonfire.
yeah.
That is some shit.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been, especially since we've been tempted by a dollars book.
Right, yeah.
Well, worry no more, because we've got Daisy Gum Majesty Mysteries, books 1 through 3. 3 cozy mysteries featuring tarot readings, seances, ghosts, and murder. Set in the
Of course.
1920s and starring medium Daisy Gum Majesty, this spirited series teems
That's
with
a
period
crazy
detail,
name.
right? And quotes. The original alibi. More than a decade after buying an alibi to clear his grandson of murder charges, General Whitaker hires former homicide detective Matt Kyle to reopen the case. But
Huh.
the investigation uncovers some startling suspects. This one's free. Also, we've definitely had this author before because I remember author of The Woman and laughing at it. What is this lady sitting on? She is doing the hover very well. You gotta have some, like, crazy abs. She's doing, like, a reverse plank. Incredible. That sounds pretty good, though, especially for something that's free.
Yeah.
Stolen. John and Ruby's insurance won't pay Ruby's medical bills. Medical bills.
Medical
Won't
bill.
pay Ruby's medical bills.
Ruby's medical bills.
Save his wife. But when the wrong person finds out, the couple is drawn into a psychopath's dangerous game.
Jesus Christ, okay.
I thought that was gonna go Breaking Bad, but it went somewhere else.
Yeah, that went a slightly different place than I expected.
Same direction, but a different location.
Yep. Somebody's medical bills.
The Evening Spider. In 1885, Frances Barnett is a mental patient whose fixation on a murder trial, can't talk anymore, may reveal a shocking truth. Over a century later, new mother Abby Bernanke moves into Frances's old home and begins to unravel a dangerous mystery.
What does that have to do with
I
spiders?
thought this was going to be about spiders, and now I'm sad.
I like spiders.
There's something cold on the front cover, though, because she's wiping
Yeah,
off.
I'm super confused as to the imagery in conjunction with the name of the book. Like,
Yeah.
what does spiders have to do with things that are cold?
Yeah, I thought this would help, but it didn't.
Oh, it's inspired by a sensational real-life murder from the 1800s.
The more Abby learns, the more she wonders about a negative, possibly supernatural influence in her house. She
Yeah.
becomes convinced that when she sleeps, she leaves her daughter vulnerable, and then vows not to sleep until she can determine the cause of her eerie experiences.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Frances Barnett might not be the only new mother to lose her mind in this house, and like Frances, Abby discovers that by trying to uncover another's secrets, she risks awakening some of her own. Yeah, the second you decide that you need to stop sleeping because shit is gonna get you is like when you need help.
Right, that's when you gotta go to a doctor. Yeah, that should have been like, she should have been telling her doctor, because if she's a new mother, then she's still seeing her OBGYN.
Yeah.
And that's usually they do the PPD
Yes.
checkups. And it's like, well, I decided I couldn't sleep anymore because I'm afraid there's something going to murder my baby. That's
Right?
when they're like,
That's when they're like, okay.
let's refer you to another doctor.
That didn't tell us anything about spiders.
No, nothing about spiders.
Mortal threat. After finding a cure for Ebola and HIV while working with doctors in Africa, medical student Amanda Garrett finds herself in the midst of a covert operation with only 48 hours to escape across the Serengeti Plain.
That's a very specific amount of time. Are they on
Ebola
fire?
and HIV together. Maybe their cure won't last that long outside of lab conditions.
Oh, that's possible, yeah. Look at her running. AJ
I like
Tata.
the last name.
Yes, I was
Tata.
looking at the top.
He's part of the Unfortunate Last Names Club. I know quite a few people that are part of that club.
Actually, that should be another one of our end of the year awards.
Unfortunate Last Names Club.
Yes. Dragon Rose.
Mm.
If the Dragon Lord selects you as his bride, your fate is sealed.
It looks like a romance novel.
It does, but there's not like a
Pretty.
semi-shirtless dude with long hair like touching her
Fair,
profusely, so
And she's like throwing her head back, and there's wind.
But the more Rianne discovers about her monstrous new husband, the more she begins to see the human inside. Fuck,
So,
it's a
like,
Beauty and the
Beauty and
Beast
the
and it's
Beast?
free and I'm fucking
Ugh.
getting it and I'm gonna hate myself for doing it. God fucking
This is
why am
Tales of
I
the Latter
such...
Kingdoms. Does that mean that there's way more than that?
I hope not, because I only want to read one. While this is the second book in this series, all Tales of the Latter Kingdoms novels are written as standalone books and can be read in any order. God bless
Okay.
you, Christine Pope.
Right?
We've just got good popes all around.
Yay, we like popes that are good.
Fear the Dead.
Okay.
15 years after a viral outbreak,
Done.
shock. The Walking Dead terrorize the living. When Kyle sets out to fulfill his wife's dying wish, his perilous journey will shove it up his ass. It's free.
All right, bye. Is there any way we can be like horror but not zombies?
No, because nothing... There's only one horror tag.
Eh.
Greylock. In this haunting work of suspense from an award-winning author, talented pianist Alexei accidentally unleashes dark supernatural force that threatens to consume his life. Has his music released an evil upon the world that cannot be contained?
His music?
This makes me think of Forte from the Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas.
You're just really attached to Beauty and the Beast right
I
now.
kind of am, but also he's voiced by Tim Curry, so I'm like always thinking about Forte from the Enchanted
Okay,
Christmas.
fair. Oh, it does not exist on Amazon.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know
Oh.
what to do now.
Hang on. Pianist Alexei George harbors a dark secret and a lie. He finds an old sonata in a 19th century Russian sea chest.
As you do.
The night Alexei performs this handsome music in concert, a creature of darkness concert, not concert. A creature of darkness appears in the audience, in the aisle, and on the stage with him.
Oh.
Alright. This is no ghost. This menacing presence haunts Alexei relentlessly. From Boston's Music Society to the White Sea in Russia to Mount Greylock. Oh.
He travels.
When Alexei's wife Carol Ann, a prima ballerina, is murdered, Alexei
shit.
flees Boston on the suspicion of the crime.
Oh shit. Also, I feel like that's the only thing, like, nothing good ever happens to ballerinas. They either get
Ever.
murdered or they, like, get old and sad.
Uh-huh.
And, like, they're old and sad by, like, 22. They're like, well, I'm too old to be a ballerina anymore, so I'm just gonna be a broken individual.
And broken literally, too. Their feet get so fucked up.
Exactly, yeah. Ballerinas, man.
I'm shaking my head. I'm just like, yeah.
I stared at the ceiling for, like, way too long, like, contemplating the fates of ballerinas. Alright, last and, oh my god, we have come full circle. Hard-working men.
Oh boy, it's a torso.
It's another, like, sepia-toned torso. That's how we kicked off this episode. No need to do it yourself when these sexy handymen are available to offer assistance. From carpenters to construction workers, this collection of erotic stories is filled with muscular men getting sweaty
but
for
it's a
all the right
collection.
reasons.
And there's everything wrong with that.
Do we even have to say anything at this point?
No.
Why not?
Really, no.
I'm not sure what floats your boat, but if this is it, then you are in luck. Is all
Yeah.
I can say.
Get your torso on.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with myself now. Anyway, this was episode 11. Thank both of you for tuning in.
Yes. All two of you that listen to us.
And we had boring books for, like,
For that entire 8th.
yeah, for a very long time. Then some that just went completely off the rails.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I think that's it. Is there anything else? We didn't get any fan mail.
No, not this time. Well, the only fan that talked was at Sarah's house, so.
Sorry.
Alright, well, that's it for this episode. Okay, thanks, bye.
Later.
Bye.